Good afternoon, strong challengers. It is week 3, and we are here to talk to you today about connection. Our theme this week is all about connecting or disconnecting or reconnecting. So there's a couple different ways this conversation is going to go. If you have any questions as we are talking about connection, feel free to comment below, and we will respond to your questions as we see them. So again, welcome everyone. And today I'm joined by two of my fellow Y staffers here, and they're going to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi guys, I'm Randy Trigger. I'm the membership director here at the Eau Claire YMCA.
Hi everyone, I'm Craig Munson. I'm the Regional Executive Director, Branch Director for the Eau Claire YMCA. And thank you for joining us. Part of the reason I'm on this call is connect is one of the things that I struggle with, and is a challenge for me to connect and reconnect or disconnect. Obviously, for a lot of us, there's a lot going on in the world between work and our kids and their school and virtual learning or hybrid models, whatever they have going. And there's a lot going on. It's just a challenge to connect to people or reconnect people we haven't seen in a while. And so that's part of the reason I'm here too, is just to talk about my experience of things I am specifically doing to make me do this, to make sure I'm connecting, one, with my family. So we have scheduled twice this week a device-free dinner that we have no devices on, and we sit at the table together and eat dinner and talk to each other and stay tracked. No phones, nothing distracting us, no TV on in the background. We shut everything off, and we actually just sit and eat and enjoy each other's company and talk to each other about what's going on. The second thing we are doing is on Friday night is our family night now. We've created a family night, and rather than having a family movie, we are going to play games. Same thing, all devices are going to be shut off once we get home, no TV on, and this is going to be a challenge for us, and we're attempting this. But we're going to, and then eat together and then play family games the rest of the night and read books and whatever else we need to do, but we're going to do that together. One of the things I'm doing is you got your calendars, at the beginning, to hold yourself accountable. I wrote it down. You probably can't see this very well, but I wrote it down on my calendar to make sure that we are doing this. These are goals, and I check off everything as we do it, but because I wrote it down, it's scheduled. And that's one of the things that I am doing specifically to reconnect and connect with my family and get off of all the devices and be present for them and be present for each other. And so we wrote it down, and that's, again, we agreed to it, we talked about it, and I know it's not going to be easy because obviously sometimes your job is to take home with you and other things are going on. And this week, obviously, is a very weird week with election and everything else that's going on in the world. So, but we wrote it down, and that's our goal.
Yeah, I'm here with the Strong program. When it first launched, I was like, yeah, I want to get strong. I want to get strong physically, but as things kind of went on, I am totally guilty of not taking 20 minutes a day to be active. And I brought that up in one of our meetings, and I wasn't the only one either. So, if it's me and if it's this one other person, well, I bet that a lot of other people are struggling with this too. And then kind of get into that mindset that, if I missed this much, so why continue? Why start now? Well, we're about, we're kind of kicking off halfway through and connecting, to try and reconnect with Strong is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reconnect with this challenge. But I think in order to do that personally, I think I need to reconnect with myself. So I set some goals that were a little more personal. So, and my goals are going to be different too, because I don't have a spouse and kids or anything like that. It's just me. I've got a lot of time by myself because nobody wants to get together because of COVID and all that fun stuff. So I've fallen into a habit of watching TV in the evenings, stuff like that. So one of my goals is that I'm going to disconnect from the media, and I'm going to replace TV with audiobooks 3 times a week. And instead of falling asleep on the couch in front of the TV, I'm going to fall asleep in my bed listening to a good, positive book. I did that on Monday. I didn't do it yesterday because I was doing yard work, but I'm going to do it again tonight. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens next in the book. Another goal I set was to connect with people that I haven't really connected with in a long time. I don't know, I'm sure that other people, you're going throughout the day and you kind of you think of people randomly, something triggers a memory or something, a video pops up and you're like, oh yeah, I remember my buddy and I used to do that. And I want to make it a point where every time I think of something like that, I'm going to reach out to that person and say, hey, this happened and I thought of you. Just to let people know that there's still presence in your mind, that just because you don't talk every day doesn't mean that you're not still thinking of them, you don't still cherish those memories. So that was something I brought up for myself. And then because I'm so bad at doing the 20 minutes of activity every day, I decided that for this week, just to kind of build a pattern, I'm going to replace that 20 minutes of physical activity with 20 minutes of being present in the moment. So I'm either going to meditate or journal for 20 minutes. And meditating can be hard because a lot of people think you have to think about nothing and you have to sit in this uncomfortable cross-legged position. It just doesn't seem appealing. But meditation can be anything. You just get into a comfortable spot, close your eyes, and there are a lot of really good questions out there that you can ask yourself to kind of guide your mind for that 20 minutes. So I decided I'm either going to write down these questions and answer them or just think about them and answer them in my head. A couple of them that I really liked is how do you feel right now? And just focusing on how you're feeling mentally, physically, focusing on body parts that hurt or mindsets that you're stuck in. Another question is, who am I? I think that's a question that a lot of people really struggle with answering. I can tell you I'm Randy, but I can't tell you much else. I mean, I know, but I don't know. It's hard to put into words. And then one that really stuck out to me was, does the past and the future really exist? So that one kind of got my mind going, because if you think about the definition of existing, it's got to be there to exist, right? So the past did exist at one time, and the future doesn't exist yet. So the only thing that does exist is this moment right here in time. So just kind of like focusing on that type of mindset for 20 minutes, that nothing matters right now except for this moment. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
Randy, you're getting really deep. I like it. And again, at the Y, it's body, mind, spirit. So connecting, hers might be mind and spirit on that one. That's everything. But if you look right on our website too, there's a bunch of challenges on there. If you watch the video for week 3, it's really just twice this week. Do something to connect. So you got your 5 days a week and 20 minutes of activity. Just add 2 simple things that you can do, and what it can be, shut off a device. There's a bunch of challenges on there. Just pick 2. I mean, the list can look overwhelming if you look at the entire list. Go down there and pick 2. Pick one thing that seems pretty easy, so you build a success of connection. Build that first connection success if you haven't yet. And it can be really simple. And like Randy said, one of the things I'm going to do is talk to one of my long lost high school, college buddies that we used to connect with probably at least once a month, if not more often. He lives down in Florida now, and we haven't probably spoken besides an occasional text here and there. In a week, I actually texted him, and we are going to FaceTime each other Thursday night, just each other, nothing else. And then we're going to connect our families into that too, because our kids are about the same age. So we're going to connect with just us 2 for a little bit, and then our families too. So we are turning on devices, but this is for a connection, but no TV. And we text each other about this. Texting again, the phones will be put away except for what we need for this one tool. So the other phones will be put away, TV off, and just really be in the moment, connecting to each other and reacquainting our families and our kids. I'm doing the same thing with my brother and his kids. He lives in Rochester. We are doing this on Saturday morning. but we're just going to reconnect. And I planned it, we scheduled it, we talked about it, it's written down on the calendar. He has it on his calendar, so it's written down. We're just going to have this moment again where the cousins, our kids and his kids, they can have a moment just to look at each other and play and talk quickly. And then we might even, if we have enough time, we're going to hopefully be able to play some kind of game online. We haven't figured that part out yet. We got a few days. We're working on that. But these are ways just for us to reconnect to our family.
Yeah, these are all great ideas. So personally, my goal, I find myself going down like the social media black hole during the day, right? So, and in my position at the Y, I do a lot of the social media presence for the Y. So there's a reason why I'm on Facebook for work, but personally, I find myself, my phone's the first thing I check in the morning when I get up. It's the last thing I'm checking when I go to bed. And I always challenge myself saying, oh, well, if I didn't have to be on social media for work, I don't think I would be on it. But I don't know if that's actually true or not. So this week, I have decided to disconnect as much as I can, and just kind of focus on being more present in the moment, like Randy was saying as well. And so my goal is, so for breakfast, once I'm done eating, I normally bring up my computer and start work while my little one is eating. But over like lunch and dinner, I'm just not bringing the laptop to the table. I'm not bringing the phone to the table. So many times I just get distracted by what's going on digitally, and I forget to, look outside and enjoy the beautiful birds flying around and coming to the feeders and just enjoying the moments more. And then I'm not going to do anything on social media except for work related things until after my little one goes to bed, so that I'm really enjoying every moment of the evening that I can with her, distraction free. And then in addition to that, I really, the whole pandemic has made me so sad because I miss my family, I miss my friends. I don't get to see hardly anyone. And we had our baby in January, so life changed a lot then. And then right when we were getting to like, oh, well, let's go back to work, let's go back to the new normal that we're going to have experiencing this world with a child, all of a sudden everything shut down and doors shut and we were unable to see friends and family. So I'm making a point to, make those phone calls with my college friends that I haven't seen in 9 months, or, connecting with some of my family members, making those phone calls. And, there's so many technology tools out there that we can use to not be so far apart from each other, right? So we have Zoom that works great. You can video call over Facebook. You can FaceTime if you have iPhones. There's dual video for Androids. You can be face to face with people without being face to face, which is really a cool thing that we have not always been able to do. So there's a lot of resources out there to connect when it seems like we're all so far apart.
So some technology is good. It's a perfect example is the technology that lets you connect, not the reading and putting your thumbs down, but actually putting your phone or your device just sitting there. You don't have to touch it. You guys can just look and connect. And again, we've been blessed with this beautiful week of weather that we, came out of a early winter and beautiful week. So again, another thing is just get outside. That's the other thing I'm trying to do. Even if it's in the middle of the day for lunch, get outside for 10 minutes and just soak it in and be with yourself. And like Randy said, even if it's a meditate or just find some quiet time, something I'm hoping and planning on doing too, is just connect with nature again outside and connect with myself. And just take that 10 minutes of just nothing, because obviously everything's happening so fast and change is happening daily. Just to slow down for like 10 minutes and enjoy the sun and let it beat on my face, because next week it sounds like it's going to be cold again and we may not have that warm sun on our face for many, many months. Sad to say, but just enjoy it while we can. We've been blessed this week to have this.
Definitely. Yeah, social media or, all the technology and stuff out there, it can help us in so many ways, but it can hinder us in a lot of ways too. So like Facebook, for instance, I use that all the time to connect with my friends. It's the easiest way. Everybody's on there. We do video chatting while we're cooking or while we're just driving somewhere, which might be a bad example. But and then, but there are so many different ways. You can use Zoom and you can play games with each other. So, technology can be to your advantage in a lot of different ways. You just have to know how it works.
I want to bring one more point too about Connect Week, and maybe it's a reconnect. And strong challenge now. We're almost halfway through. We're in week 3. And just like anything, it's human nature. You start out strong. That first week, you set your goals and you give your 20 minutes activity every day. Week 2, you probably continued on that and you had some play. But just like everything, some things kind of just fade out. So maybe this is the week that you reconnect to strong. Reconnect with your accountability buddy and make sure that you guys are holding each other accountable and you're connecting with them. And reconnect with your goal sheet, your calendar. Reconnect with that. So if you kind of faded off, doesn't mean quit. Just start right now. Start again. Reconnect with that as soon as you get a chance and reinvigorate yourself in this final 3-week push to get through it. Because it's obviously there's some things in there. 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week sounds like a lot. It can be pretty overdaunting and quick, but just take out the small chunks that you can do and write it down. Reconnect with everything that you started with 3 weeks ago when we were all gung-ho to retake back our lives and reinvigorate ourselves. And now we're halfway through and it's starting to fade a little bit like so many things do. Reconnect with that. I can't emphasize that enough. That's one of the things I even noticed this weekend. That the Connect Week, and that's when I wrote in my calendar. I made some connections with my friends and my brother to let's do this week. We're going to do it and let's plan it, schedule it, and that way we're there. And talk to my wife, my accountability buddy, is just to make sure that we have our dinner and our family time. We agreed to it. We talked to each other about it. I just didn't say, hey, we're doing this. We figured out what night can we actually do this. It's going to work where we know we can be successful. And did it that way. So just reconnect.
I do something really similar, and I've been doing this since before the Strong Challenge, but I am a very calendar person, and writing it down on a calendar doesn't work for me. I need it in my face. I use my technology. In all of, like, I'm married to my work calendar and my personal Outlook calendar, and so what I started doing is every Wednesday night, I put an appointment in there and I invite my friends. And what we do is before we couldn't see each other, we would have a dinner or something, or we'd watch a movie. So every Wednesday we would do that. And then now we kind of switched to, we'll do a video chat. And now The Bachelorette is on. So it premieres on Hulu on Wednesdays. So every Wednesday we log on, we get ready, we get our snacks or dinner or whatever we're doing, and we watch The Bachelorette together, but apart. So yeah, it's really cool. And if you schedule it, you're more likely to make it happen.
I love that idea. I should do that in my calendar as well. So, we are in week 3 of the challenge here. And I think one of the unique things about this challenge is you don't necessarily, like, the why isn't necessarily holding you super accountable for doing your activity, right? So we're kind of leaving it up to you to put these things on your calendar, go ahead and do these different challenges that we're offering to you. And then we're not going to be the ones who are hounding you to ask you if you've done this or not. So that's where the importance of an accountability buddy comes in. And, when you have someone that's doing this challenge with you, or a community of people who are doing this challenge with you, it gives you more motivation to go ahead and complete the challenge as well. So I think that, during Connect Week, if you haven't connected with your accountability buddy since the challenge began, this is an amazing week to just give them a call and say, hey, have you been doing this? And if the answer is, well, no, like I signed up and then that's it, like that's fine. Like you can still go ahead and get engaged and reconnect with this challenge, get those 20 minutes. And this is a beautiful weather this week. So get outside and just enjoy this week that has been gifted to us, with the warm weather. And just call out on your accountability buddy and check in on them, because they might need a little bit of encouragement and you might need it too. So
Definitely. Yeah. You get checked in on and you almost feel you're like, no, I didn't do it and I don't want to do it, but how I combated that the one time that I actually did do it, I did 10 minutes instead of 20. I did 10 minutes of yoga, and that to me was an accomplishment. you know, it's all about the steps. You know, being successful, being fit, completing a challenge. It's not a destination. It's more of like a path that you walk.
Absolutely. Again, yeah, and if you look at our Facebook posts and you see some of the posts on there, there's the superstars who are doing all those workouts and walking an hour a day and running forever. I mean, that's great for them and they're doing it. But some of us, it's more of a challenge just to get started. Like Randy said, just that 10 minutes of yoga might be a huge success. Again, this week, reconnect with yourself and reconnect with your goals and start again if you are kind of falling off, and reinvigorate your goals. And then post about it too, because there's lots of encouraging things. People want to hear that there's probably more people that are like a lot of us, like week 3, kind of like, oh, it's just, you kind of got over that hump, and now you're kind of, I'll get to it when I get to it. And life hit us again, just like anything. That first week is all excitement. And then life hits you when you get into something. We're halfway into it. The time to reinvigorate and reconnect and start again this week. And this week is beautiful. Start with right when you get off work. Just go for a 10-minute walk quick. I mean, that's 10 minutes of your 20 right there, but it gets you started. Or make that phone call, that special someone, or with your family or partner at home. Shut the phone off for 20 minutes and just talk. Or stare into each other's eyes, or whatever you need to do to connect, whatever works. Or just take that time. Go for a walk together. This is a great time to reconnect to yourself and reconnect with the simple things. Again, the simple tasks that you can easily do. And again, our website has tons and tons of resources.
Yeah, that's all great, Craig. Hey, Randy, would you by chance have any of the giveaway items handy?
Oh, well, I can get them. Hold on.
Sure. Why don't you go grab those? So we know, this week is beautiful and we have the opportunity to connect outdoors or in any way that you choose virtually. But if you do choose to come into the Y, reminder to those non-members, you do have 6 day passes that you can use before the challenge concludes. All you have to do is come in and say that you're part of the Strong Challenge, give them your name, and then you can go and use the Y for the day. Again, that's only if you feel comfortable, but we do offer that opportunity for you to come and connect. But the cool thing is, when you come in this week or next week, we do have our first giveaway items available for you to pick up. So Randy, go ahead and show. So we have some chip clips that are available. And again, you can just pick one item to take with you to take home to stay motivated. But Randy, go ahead and show all of them and show them off a little bit. Get people excited to come in and pick them up.
I know that, chip clips aren't super exciting, but I always need them and I always lose them. They disappear. They end up in my freezer or something, they're just gone. These have a magnet on them too. If you need a new calendar or you haven't had one yet, you haven't picked one up yet, we'll happily give you a calendar, print one out for you quick. Another thing that people have been most excited about are the headphones. You can't really see, but it's just a regular pair of earbuds. And then the case itself, it has the case and then you can wrap the cord around it to keep it from getting tangled. But if you already have a really great pair of earbuds and they keep getting tangled in your bag or your pocket, well, we have this nifty snap in YMCA. So this is just like you roll with your cord and you snap it on, and then all of a sudden it's not tangled up in your purse or your bag. So those are the 3 we have. You're at the desk, super excited to hand them out. We need to see more people coming to grab them. We haven't seen too many quite yet, but we'll have them whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so that's great. So we'll have them at the member service desks at all of our YMCA facilities this week and next week. As the weather, we know this won't stick around for long. So when you do want to come into the Y and get your 20 minutes in, maybe it's family time in the pool or in the gym. There's so many different opportunities. If you feel comfortable to come to the facility, we have a ton of opportunities. Use those day passes and pick up your giveaway item, because we all need a little bit of motivation. And I know if I can see my headphones say Stronger Together on them, like, oh yeah, that reminds me, I need to get out and do my 20 minutes today.
And just a reminder too, if you're not always comfortable coming to the Y, we have it online what you can do, but you can reserve a basketball court. So it's just your household could be on the court. No one else could be on there. You can reserve it for an hour. You can reserve your own swim lane for you and your family, so you're not mixing, so you're staying safe and distance from people. This has all been designed to protect everybody. We've spaced all of our machines out, so our cardio machines are all spaced out. So again, we're trying to make sure everybody's safe. So there is, if you haven't come check us out, just see what you think. But there are opportunities to come in and still be safe and distance from other people. Otherwise, we do have virtual resources also that you are free to use and welcome to use.
That's great. So maybe this is the, after you're done watching this video, maybe you pick up your phone, you text or you call your accountability buddy and say, hey, where are you at with this? Either, you know, you're on top of it, you're struggling, whatever, work together, set a date to go to the Y, reserve your spot in the pool or in the gym, or just come on in and set a time to use the different machines. Use your day pass, or if you're a member, just come on in. And then as you're coming in, grab your giveaway item, because we want you guys to take these things from us to have them for yourselves.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, well, and don't forget about those Group X classes too, because you can use your day pass to come do Zumba one day, grab a friend and do a class. That's a really easy way to get more than 20 minutes in, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like it's taking forever. It's actually really fun. And it's, you know, you build connections with people that way too. A lot of these classes become friends. People meet people. Yeah, really awesome.
yeah, we just really want to stress these day passes. There's no strings attached except for they expire once the challenge is done. So just, we're not trying to get you to come in to buy anything or anything like that. It's literally no strings attached. We really just want to help you achieve your goals during this challenge, and we felt that offering these day passes to you would help you do that. So, all right, Craig, Randy, do either of you guys have any other words of wisdom you'd like to share with folks before we conclude today's session?
Just again, reconnect with yourself and your challenge. And if you're making it every day, keep going, reconnect with everybody, and just get strong. You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, use your resources. You know, Google questions. Well, good questions for meditating. Just, we have a lot of resources on our website, but there are so many different resources out there. And ask people too, what are you doing?
Awesome. Thanks for joining me today, guys. And Strong Challengers, if you have any questions regarding anything that we talked about in this live stream, go ahead and comment below. We'll check back and answer those to the best of our abilities. So everyone have a beautiful day and enjoy the weather this week.
Bye.
Yeah.